Hi everyone, and welcome back to Anne's Family Recipe. Today I'm making a super yummy no-bake peanut butter pudding pie. So this recipe was inspired by two things. First of all, my mother-in-law makes an incredible peanut butter pudding pie for most events. And then on top of that, I went grocery shopping at my favorite store, Aldi, and they had mini peanut butter cups, which I couldn't help but put into my cart, and I wanted to make something with them. So this is sort of a mashup between a classic no-bake peanut butter pie, which has a slightly thicker, denser consistency. It's cream cheese based. And then there's a pudding layer on top and Cool Whip and these mini peanut butter cups. It's amazing. I'm starting by making a homemade crust, and I'm using 6 tablespoons of butter, which I'll melt, and then combining it with some crushed up s'mores cookies that I found at Aldi. I know Oreo brand makes these as well. You could use Nutter Butters, graham crackers, vanilla wafers, regular Oreos. The sky's kind of the limit with the crust, which is fun to play around with. But here I used, I believe, 22 cookies. You're looking for about 1.5 cups of cookie crumbs. So whatever kind of cookie you choose, go for 1.5 cups of crumbs. So I'm just crushing these up in my food processor, and then I'll drizzle in that melted butter. Once this mixture is combined, it should look kind of like wet sand, and then you'll just press it evenly into your pie dish with your hands. And this is a no-bake crust, so you just pop it into the refrigerator for the butter to firm up. Next, we're working on the first layer of filling. So I have 1/2 brick of cream cheese at room temperature, along with 1/2 cup of creamy peanut butter. And I'm going to combine both of these in a mixing bowl with my electric mixer. Next, I added in 1/2 cup of powdered sugar and mixed that in as well. Lastly, I mixed in 4 ounces of thawed whipped topping, and I saved the rest to put on top of the pie later. I poured this decadent filling into the pie crust and then put this back into the refrigerator to set up. Now, if you want to just double this creamy peanut butter filling, you would have a classic no-bake peanut butter pie. It'd be amazing. I've also seen people use Nutella instead of peanut butter, which is a really good combination. But today, I really like the texture of pudding. I think my kids do too. So we're gonna add a vanilla pudding layer on top. I'm using 1 package of instant vanilla pudding, adding 2 cups of cold milk to it, and a splash of vanilla extract, and then whisking it all together until it thickens up. I poured the pudding layer over top of the pie, spread it out evenly, and then put this back into the refrigerator for a few minutes just to firm up a little bit more. For the final layer, I spread the remaining 4 ounces of thawed whipped topping all over the top. Now this layer you have to be a little bit more gentle with, just kind of dollop it evenly over the top and spread it out, because the pudding layer is never really going to solidify, but it's not going to mix in either as long as you're careful. I spread the whipped topping to the edges and then sprinkled those mini peanut butter cups all over top. And then I placed the entire pie back into the refrigerator for a few hours before we ate it for dessert that night. This pie was rich and creamy, but also light and fluffy. It had great chocolate peanut butter flavor and an amazing crust. I hope you give it a try. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram at Anne's Family Recipe, and give this video a thumbs up if you love my peanut butter pie recipe. Thank you so much for joining me here in my kitchen, and I'll see you again soon with more family recipes.